everyone. Early morning flow session. I think this will be a quick message, but we'll see. And it is a reminder that our minds only have so much space. And so, you know, when people talk about wavelengths, like they're on the same wavelength, or different sizes of the wavelengths, or higher or lower, so long, short, high, low. You can describe it various ways, various times. The lower, the shorter. The higher, the longer. And so you can picture the sphere at this stage like a circle around you. And your mind, so your mental body, as your design as a human, can only at one time or another take in so much of, like, if there's lots of short waves, which means you let a lot of thoughts in, you'll tend to be more frazzled. So reminding yourself that you only have a certain amount of space, right, is a reminder that if you find yourself on short wave, like lots of thoughts and trying to keep up with a lot, we can feel stressed and frazzled. So in various meditations or in any self practices for your energy, your spirit as a whole, like your whole design here, for your self practice of health and wisdom, we can repeat the words, I'm letting go or let go, but they truly do serve a purpose to take those build up moments or days or even lifestyle changes from lots of short wave going on, which is not stabilizing your field so that you can be more of like less filled with that and easily connected to long wave. When I say high speed, I do not mean like the human at high speed getting stressed. I mean like subtle energy field, pick up, receive, collect. So I'm not saying that over a lifetime you'll only be able to know a certain amount. I'm not saying that about the mind. I'm saying in our lifestyles, you can live more of a let go response. Remember you're a spirit. Take some nourishing depth, vessel, vehicle appreciation response by let go, let go, let go. And over time, truly develop that discipline with yourself that you're wanting to shift out of short wave responses, which can be varied things, and we can talk about later. I'll remember to come back about that. Because the humans are varied and complex in how we react and how we can take notice of whether we will look at something that goes on in our environment and either shortwave react or have a blend of both. Be aware that you can do various reactions, reactive, but they don't serve all purpose. And the more that we let go of those and don't feel frazzled and fill up our mental space with them, and so you're breathing to calm the emotion that can get attached with short waves, then you're on the right track. Which is why I just finished the crystal bowl, listening to a crystal bowl session for the vagus nerve. I posted on Facebook as well. But you'll be able to find that through many crystal bowl therapists. So just try if you want. Just brought to my attention how subtly that's what's happening in our field. It's like you let go, you relax, and you let your energy shift because you're not in like fast forward momentum of life. And so that is quite an obvious point to make, like, yeah, we can go fast and we can go slow, but do we actually notice and take care of our health? Because it's not just what we eat, it's everything. So, noticing how we react so that the short waves, this energy can go more to the outer for release. Remembering that we don't want to fill up our space with that. We want longer waves, flow, receipt. So like we can receive. And then you find that you don't need to react, because it kind of stabilizes in your heart space, in your heartbeat, that the mind and body can be used to things that we've done, and it can just, if we let it keep happening, it can run away with us, like run away with our thoughts, and before we know it, we believe it because our emotions have joined in as well, so it feels very visceral and true. But it's all just a bit of a mind pattern game with yourself to notice and to let go. A little bit of research on the vagus nerve energetics and so spiritual aspect of the whole too, because of the vagus nerve location in the trunk of the body. So it reaches all of our chakras. It runs through the whole body. And so it balances. So that was the crystal bowls that I just listened to. Focused on the vagus nerve because it's part of both nervous systems. So it's part of, I think, our parasympathetic nervous system can get destabilized, which is our real foundation for the underlying involuntary. So like it helps the function of everything that's going on in like homeostasis. And the human, if we are reacting to life too much, then feeling stressed and we allow that to continue, it can go deeper into the parasympathetic, into our actual foundations. And that can be like, even deeper felt wear and tear. Like you just can't reach that balance you want. So that's where a good Reiki session would be good for that, or the crystal bowls, something regular for the deeper aligning calm of our vessels. And it's amazing just how powerful that nerve is when like the tissues and the body functioning of the human are more nourishing and supportive of the flow of it. It's really like our balanced nervous system flow. So you can think of it as heaven to earth. So make sure you get enough rest, and you got that calmer kind of adaptation focus. And I'm mainly saying this because I want us to reach more of those higher frequencies available instead of getting caught up in everyday responses. That we actually stop and go, it pays me not to use my frequencies to get frazzled with this. I'll take the longer, sit back and allow and wait for the higher frequencies, not get attached and dragged into or pulled to and fro with my energy field in the lower, which becomes like shorter but densification in the body. We want to be like, because we only have a certain amount, so we want to be like healthy antenna. But, we got to remember our antenna is tissue and liquid, and so we need balance and rest, and we can't just fry ourselves. We can't just keep going and going and going and going. These kind of things. And it's just more wisdom for the central part of the being. There is more wisdom if you can really stabilize that this is what you do for yourself. You notice, and you'll just easily drift. And I don't mean drift away. Your energy field will easily drift like in the space you've made to higher wave frequencies, which can access like longer wave frequencies of information, which is why sometimes, and I believe from now on, it's been building and building for me, because it's been kind of blocked in our Earth's energy and soul path, etc., that there's an opening of accessing more higher frequencies, which are endless long wave connections. So we are, when you talk endless connections. It just let it come to mind. And I'm an eternal soul. So, you know, there is just this endless nature to letting some things go and not buying over to certain interactions. So that you have a whole field space awareness that is like one with the universe. And truly, at heart, I'm saying this for our endless antenna space and peace. It just feels better. So Earth has been caught up in the densification of a lot of emotional and mental shortwave frustration frequencies. And with a little space and calm and peace, tranquility, and allowance, we can let them escape the shortwave. We don't have to be carriers of continuation. And so picture your vessel becoming more I want to use this word when you think of like fruit. The vessel becomes more plump. And so I'm not saying we're all going to be like plums, but that's our space because we allow that space. So it's like when something degrades fruit or the tree isn't getting enough nourishment, then there's going to be something coming into the field of that fruit and you're going to see it. Well, we can't see all of the fruit that we are, but a plum is a really good picture of it. So you want to have a happy and fresh field, plump. And with that, the universe is extremely connective. And when I listened to my session just before, relaxed into it, I could see how, I could see many things of how we can feel more assisted. So the universe is very connective to our whole field of plum tissue. You know, the round fruit, we can't see the whole of ourselves, but we are a soul. We have a certain amount of space for our individual fields, and it's plump and fresh. And yeah, so we just get more of an idea that universal assistance, we are one with. It's right there and we're part of it. It never leaves. So it's completely different to being like a drained or dried out, but like a drained looking piece of fruit. We plump it up a bit. Excellent. I hope that helps. Gorgeous. Thank you. Much love. Bye for now.